All right, here we go. I'm about to car rant. I haven't car ranted for quite a while. Mainly because of my voice. I don't know if you can tell. I've had this hoarse, kind of like Adam Yauch from the Beastie Boys voice thing going down for the last 6-8 weeks. Well, it turns out I have bronchitis, and I was at the doctor on Friday, and I thought, oh my gosh, here's how it ends. I had like an existential moment. I'm like, after everything that I've been through, all the freaking things that I put in my body that I shouldn't have put in my body, all the times I jumped off of like high cliffs into shallow bodies of water, all the times I drove like a maniac, I'm gonna die in a freaking doctor's office in Greer, South Carolina from bronchitis. Not bronchitis. It was like bronchitis mixed with malaria, mixed with caffeine, mixed with Reese's peanut butter cups. And all that combined, also the situations of my life. And this is what I want to actually rant about today. So naturally, people want to try to figure that out at that point. You know, my wife and I are talking about it. Other people working on it. What are you doing wrong? What is this? What do we call this? Is this burnout? Is it depression? This and that? Okay, so here's the deal. It's none of the above. It was my body's reaction to a very stressful period of time in my life. Because let's get real, man. 80 hours a week for the last, 5 years, probably longer than that, trying to get this thing running. I'm passionate about recovery support services, and I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm in. I'm all in. Now, I am going to chill, but I'm telling you, I'm all in for good reasons. Boom, 80 hours a week. That's one thing. Then the second thing is, I decided to launch this other little thing, co-founder of this program called U-Turn, this project called U-Turn, uturn.net. You should check it out, transforming the world. So I got that going on. Maybe I should have jumped into that, but why not? Somebody's got to do this. And then the third thing, really the big thing, family issues start to pile up. Mainly health issues with my kids. Biggest one being Aiden. Aiden's 5. When this goes down, he's 6 now, but he's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, receiving treatments. My wife's living there. We're going back and forth. I drive back and forth to Pittsburgh 15 times, and my body says, boom, dude, you're done. You're not moving. Here it is. You're done. Laid out. Greer, South Carolina. Now here's the deal. I read books. That's what I'm going to rant about. I read books. I read more than one book. I read from a lot of different sources because I want to know things. I don't want to take people's word for it. So one of the things that I read, this recent book, you can't really see it, Good Feelings or Good Reasons About Bad Feelings by Randolph Neese. Dr. Neese talks about how, reactions to situations like depression, anxiety, fear, trauma, bipolar disorder even, and some of the symptoms around that, even schizophrenia, is most likely, from an evolutionary psychology point of view, it was an adaptive behavior and a natural behavior. It served a purpose in the preservation of the species, natural selection. It was passed down. It made sense. Like anxiety, for example. Anxiety is like a smoke alarm for our brain. A psychological smoke alarm so we can be paying attention to dangerous things. But, and Dr. Neese talks about this, and he's a psychiatrist himself, what we've done is we've pathologized it. That's the first thing. We pathologized it, meaning that we turned it all into diseases and we labeled it and we overdid it. Literally, the DSM-5, guys, has 297 disorders in it. That is freaking ridiculous. That is absolutely insane. So we pathologized it, because, academic psychiatrists are smarter than they know what to do with themselves. So they're going to sit here and they're going to go through it, pathologize it. Breathing is a disorder now. And then, and this is when it's really problematic, we commercialized it. People started developing solutions for it, mainly through pharmaceutical companies. It is what it is. The Prozac lie. How about the Prozac lie? That it's a serotonin issue. Never was proven. So what happens is that now becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody has a disorder. Everybody has a label, that kind of thing. And I am for the interventions, and I do know that medication works, and I know talk therapy works, and I know we need all of the above. But we don't need to be so quick to jump on a bad situation and label it. We have to be more mindful of that. We have to be slower paced, and we have to somehow make it okay for people just to talk about shit, man, and not have it be all about, I'm talking about being depressed. I'm just talking about a shitty freaking day, dude. Who do I talk to about a shitty day? Where's my shitty day counselor? You know what I mean? Where's my shitty day therapist? I don't need to be labeled anything. I just want to talk about my shitty day. And I'll tell you what it's like. If you ever watched the TV show Home Improvement, And I'll wrap it up after this, but Home Improvement, if you recall, is back in the day. A lot of you probably don't even know it. Back in the day, Home Improvement with Tim Allen, at the end of every episode, he would talk to Wilson. And Wilson was his therapist. And he would kick it. And he would get it out. And he didn't have to have a diagnosis. He could just be having a shitty day. Why can't we have a shitty day? And who can we talk to about having a shitty day? Here's the thing. I propose we develop professional shitty day coaches. And I will be the first one. Call me. Get me on the horn. Let's talk about it. We'll get your shitty day treatment plan put together. Now, sorry out there. I know I swear a lot and I just, use that S word a lot, but I'm sorry.